Good morning. This is Valerie with Gimme Lip and More. So I wanted to do the tag video by Tracy Lea Beauty, and it's my makeup addiction tag. So since I have one, I thought, well, this is the perfect tag for me. So it says, how long have you been addicted to makeup? So as a teenager, I bought makeup. I wouldn't say it was an addiction. And then I didn't buy makeup for a long time when I was raising my kids, and I didn't even wear makeup, which you might be surprised because I wear makeup a lot now. And now I have an addiction. And I guess about a year since I started watching YouTube and getting back into the makeup scene, the addiction has been strong. What is the makeup item that you are most addicted to buying? I think it's a toss-up between lipsticks or lip products and eyeshadow palettes and eyeshadow singles. So eyeshadows and lip products, I want them all. It says, how many of your favorite item do you have? That would be really admitting that I have a problem. I know that I have a problem, but I have yet to count. I think I counted 80 lipsticks and then I stopped. So I do have more than 80 lipsticks. And then I didn't even start counting eyeshadow palettes because I don't want to know. I think part of it is I also don't want to know how much money I have tied up in these products. So I don't. Do you buy makeup just to buy it? Nope. I actually put it on, and I have three grown daughters. My youngest still lives at home. So if I find a shade doesn't work for me, then I pass it on normally to one of my daughters, and if it doesn't work for them, they have young friends, and so the makeup doesn't go to waste. But usually, I'll try it and say, ooh, I like this or I don't like this. And again, if I have something and I have too much of something, I declutter it through my children. It says, do you look at an item and have the need compulsion that you just need one more to complete your collection? The only thing that I want every single item is Dose of Color liquid lipsticks. I do not own all of them, and but when I see those I love Dose of Colors. That is my favorite lipstick formula. And when I see the Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks, it doesn't even matter if I like the shade. I'm like, oh, that one. I might only wear it once in my entire life, but I would like to own it. The second closest would be Juvia's Place eyeshadow palettes, because I love their eyeshadow formula. So I really, there's been palettes that, even because I like more colorful looks than neutral, but there have been neutral palettes that they have sold that I was like, well, if I ever decide to wear neutral, it's gonna be Juvia's Place. Do you have more than 10 mascaras? I do not. That's not one of my problem areas. It says, and then how many do you have open? I have 3 open. One needs to be tossed. I'm just like trying to get the very last of it out, but yeah. And then one of them has fiber. I usually always use like 2 mascaras because my eyelashes are on the shorter side. So I usually use one with a fiber in it to help lengthen it, and then I'll put the other final one on top. So I usually use 2 mascaras. So that's why I usually always have like 2 or 3 open. Do you ever throw any makeup away? If it's bad, I toss it. I have had to toss lipsticks that I've held on past the point of they smell. Ugh. so they're not safe. I've looked at different products and they just weren't what they were when you bought them, so they're not any good anymore. So I will, because I'm not going to pass something along that's not any good to anybody. What is your oldest makeup item? I it's a toss-up between a lip product or an eyeshadow palette. And right now I don't know, because I just started buying makeup in the past year, but really heavily. But I can tell you which one I bought first. I don't remember. Aging. How often do you shop for makeup? Well, I look at it every day, but I don't actually buy makeup every day. I was actually on a no buy, a successful no buy from December through May. I didn't buy any makeup. June 1st, I broke my no buy, and the floodgates have been opened. Do you buy any products just for the packaging? I did buy a product just for the packaging. I'm looking for it. It's so cute. Hold on, and I bought this just for the packaging. Isn't that precious? I mean, that is awesome. It's so cute. Let me show you the inside, if I can get it open. Pretty plain. It's a pretty plain palette on the inside. So these really aren't my colors. And it has the mirror. I'm not going to show it, but it says with a smile and a song, and then fill the world with sunshine. And it's pretty neutral colors. Again, very, very, but it's just beautiful, and I love it. And it was not expensive, and I bought it just for the packaging. But that's the only product that I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have it. And it's just for the packaging. It says, when a new item is released that you want, do you set an alarm? Yes. If it's something that I know I want and everyone and their mother wants, and I would like to get it and it not be sold out, yep, I will set an alarm. I'm a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs like that. Do you have the Ulta and Sephora apps on your phone? I do. I do have both apps on my phone. I do have both credit cards, but I usually shop at Ulta. Every once in a while I shop at Sephora, and it's only for things that Ulta does not sell, because my first choice is Ulta. But if Ulta, like Melt, just came to Sephora, so I would get Melt products from them or directly from their website. I just bought the Natasha Denona palette. I did get that from Beautylish, but I do have both apps and credit cards. I don't know what that says, except that I have a problem. Do you have so much makeup that you forget what you have and that you purchase items again? I don't do that, so that's good. Unless you just mean, sorry, unless you are just talking about buying shades again, because sometimes I do buy shades. I mean, if I could own every orange shade in every formula, and I know that's excessive, I would though. Yeah. So in that manner, it's repeating, but like I don't have two of the same palettes or two of the same lipsticks. I don't have that problem. Does your makeup make you happy? Yes, it does. And honestly, it's like one of my coping skills and stress relievers. And I figure at this point in my life, if that's the worst, one of the worst hobby habits that I have is that I have too many lipsticks, I don't do anything else. So I make YouTube videos and wear my different colored lipsticks and different combinations, and I really enjoy it. And when I get done, I feel better, and I like the outcomes of the looks that I make. And whether I come up with them on my own or, I do a random palette bingo and I have to think on my feet and come up with something, when I'm done, I'm normally like, yes. So, and I don't have, I would say that I do have an addiction, but not to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel guilty. And like, I pay all my bills are paid on time, nothing is suffering because of this. But I do own more than I should. I only have 2 eyes and I only have 2 lips. So I have enough eyeshadow and lip products for years. But I do like new stuff. I do. I mean, when they come out with new formulas and they come out with, new shades and it's a hair different, I'm like, whew, I wonder if I like this one better. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But overall, do I enjoy the things that I own? Yes. And you know what else I enjoy? Even when it doesn't work for me and I pass it on to one of my daughters and their face lights up and they're just excited. And I'm like, here you go. Look at this. I think this is your color. And they're just like, they give me that look. And then they go home and they play with it. And then they send me photos and they're, they look fabulous and they're smiling and they're happy. So the makeup, yes, I do buy a lot for myself. But then when I find something, that I know for sure that one of my daughters will like, and I pick up one for them, and they're so excited, and they send me photos and they feel good about themselves wearing it, and the smile and the inner glow with the makeup. They're just, well, I think my girls are gorgeous anyway, but they're even more gorgeous, all of them, and you can just see that it's visible. It's just visible, and the happiness. And, I know it's not just the makeup, but the makeup is part of that process. And so it makes me feel really good to be able to do that. And so yes, I'm addicted to makeup and I'm addicted to happiness. Yeah. And then so this is now question 15. We have went through 14 questions. Tracy, thanks so much for doing this tag because it's so much fun. This is 15. You're it. Tag, you're it. So I tag everyone who happens to run across this and realize that now they've been tagged. So if you have a channel, it would be awesome if you would, do this tag because, anytime we come up with something, it's always fun when other people participate. But if you don't have a channel and you just want to put some answers in the description box, I would love the feedback because I really enjoy learning about other people's makeup habits and knowing that I am not alone in this. All right, well, I've got to get ready for work. I have a face, but there's more than just showing up with your face on, right? Like the rest of your clothing. Anyway, if you're new here, welcome. And all of my favorites, well, you already know who you are. All right, well, I hope to see each and every one of you again soon. Bye.